This is a $6,200 close, and he was on his phone in his car, and he was still able to commit because we identified the pain, figured out where they wanted to be, bridged the gap, offered the solution, and pre-handled every single objection: time, commitment, partner, money, this, that. So it was a no objection close. You'll see what I mean if you watch the full thing. And before that, make sure you subscribe. Only like this video if you actually like the sales call. I'd love to hear some feedback in the comments. I want you to check the description out. It's Sales Mafia. It's my free training, free community. Go check that out. Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
good, good. How about you?
Pretty good.
That's awesome. Are you going between places right now or what?
Yeah. So I'm at work right now and just hopped out in my truck for quick lunch break. So I'm stopped here,
Okay.
parking lot.
Okay. How much time do we have to kind of
Oh,
chat?
however much time you need.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna be about 30, 40 minutes. We'll see. Um,
Okay.
I mean, the purpose of this call is just to better get to know you, figure out what you're doing currently with the business or like what you
Hmm.
want to build. I see your application here. So we could just figure out the best strategy moving forward. Um,
Gotcha.
yeah. And most importantly, like figure out if it's going to be a good fit between you and Alan, like building
Okay.
this. Um, so these are decision-making calls, by the way. So I'm gonna let you know everything that Alan has to offer. So, we can make this work. So at the end of it, it'll either be yes or no. I mean, yes, we'll do business with Alan, or if not, we'll always point you in the right direction. Is that cool?
Hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. Um, I guess a little bit about me. I've been working with Alan for like 4 years now. Um, Seen it grow through a lot, and now I'm more so help on the mentorship side, bringing people in, and also serving as an operations officer. So we could definitely talk about the business, but also about the mastermind as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, what got you to book this call? How can we help?
Yeah. So I've always wanted to start a mobile detailing company. Currently, Uh, I own a construction business, and then I also own a landscaping business currently. Um,
So it's like home service
so
businesses.
yeah, more so commercial
Okay.
commercial construction. I do a little bit of residential if they're bigger projects, but really I just been focusing on more of the bigger commercial side of things. And I've always wanted to keep on building additional sources of income. Loved being a business owner. I started about 4 or 5 years ago, and
A
um,
construction company 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So been doing that. It's been going really well, and this is something that I've always been passionate about, and really I was just trying to find the right person to kind of that I can trust doing the work and kind of managing it once it takes off. Because really, I'm just my goal is to get it started, and obviously do all the capital, the investments towards it, and then kind of just run it more as like a general manager and have multiple guys working underneath me.
Yeah. Because you don't
So
want to
it's
keep the business touching the cars, right? It's like
correct,
getting it
correct,
set up,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah,
Of course.
correct. That's kind of where I'm at. In my life right now is that's would have been something I would have started, before I had my other companies, but now, after running businesses for a while, that's, I know I'm more effective when I'm just running it outside from doing the actual work. And that's how I run my businesses currently. Um,
I
so
see.
yeah, I finally found a guy that he's actually had a lot of experience detailing cars all throughout high school and all throughout college. I kind of pitched the idea to him that, I'm starting a mobile detailing company, and if he would be interested in doing the work and then helping me grow it, and he's all in. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
actually, I formed the business. Actually, got all the paperwork back.
Awesome. Awesome.
In the process of getting up my bank account set up, and yeah, I got
So it's gonna be
a couple.
you and this partner, but you kind of leading it.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, and
cool.
he's
That's
gonna do
good.
all the
That's good
work.
to have like that manager, that like clone of you, or like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
CEO, basically. Yeah.
yeah, and he just from everything that we've kind of talked to about, I think he's gonna be a really good fit
Awesome.
to do this.
Should
So
he be
yeah,
on this call or?
well, not right now. I really wanted to see more about you guys and see if I'm the right fit for you guys and if you're the right fit
Yeah,
for me because obviously I all I've known is everything from y'all's website and what I've seen from
of
the
course.
Instagram pages and everything. So I want
Yeah.
to make sure that this is a good investment for me. And obviously, if you're able to take me on as a partner,
Yeah.
then I think I think he would definitely be starting to get more involved
Yeah. I'll
for
let you
what.
know that everything our mastermind includes, because if you're just starting up, like getting businesses up and running to 15 to 20K a month, that's easy for us. We mainly focus on scaling, detailing businesses, but because of that, we're able to build infrastructures fairly like pretty scalable to some point. And once we get that legwork or everything built out. But before I share a bit about that, I'm just curious, like if Alan was on this call right now, what would what would be your first question that you ask him?
Yeah, man, my biggest question would probably be like, you know, how profitable is this business? For me, um, that's what I like to do is I like good investments.
Yeah,
Um, and I know just from kind of listening and watching from the outside of the mobile detailing that I know that there is good profit in there and it's a good um, it's a good type of business to be in
yeah,
from all that I've seen and really any kind of business I think is good to be in it as long as you have the right people and the right mindsets and have good mentors and partners like yourself that'll help you get to the level that you want to be at. So I guess really my actually probably my better question would be what are you looking for in a partner
yeah.
to what kind of companies are you looking for to partner with that would fit your criteria on growth and what you guys like seeing to partner with, I guess.
Yes. So mainly it's if we see everybody in the mastermind, if there's like a bell curve, 80% of the people are doing between 10 to 20K a month, and they're trying to
Mhm.
scale to that 40, 50K a month mark. Um, on the bottom end, there are the only people that we accept that are kind of like new starting this out is if they already have experience in some sort of business that where they are successful and they're kind of just like branching out because for us, it's like any business is just a big math problem. So it's just like kind of adjusting how things work, conversions, KPIs, for what it is. And we've seen it be very successful for a lot of people, and it's very translatable. So maybe in the bell curve, 10% are there, and then we have also some guys doing over 75K a month, which is pretty cool. So we have like a strong group right now. But that's the preface, like, if you do already have this experience with like commercial construction biz, there's a lot of like dealership and ceramic, like, you know, deals to be made and profit to be made. Um, as that is something we really focus on. I wanted to show you something quickly. Let me pull this up. Um, Maybe this is a good insight, but this year in August 9th to September 5th, in 1 month, we did around 150K. That month it was pretty busy month as it was the summer, but 40% of all of this came from ceramic coating, which might be a big insight. So that's something we really push, as these are like 1,000, 2,000, $3,000 jobs. And for us at the shop, we're consistently doing maybe 2 to 5 a day. There's a good range. Um, but that in itself is like a machine. And then
Yeah.
securing dealerships, it's another machine in itself. Um, so like I'm sure you understand having any service-based business, it's kind of like deconstructing different services and then offering one laser thing. Like our details are what we mainly offer, but every chance to upsell to ceramics is what um, where the money is really at,
Mm,
especially building this.
yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
but I'm curious, how did you find out about Alan, by the way? Where'd you
Instagram actually. Yeah. So I started kind of researching. That was one of my goals this year was to get detailing business started.
oh,
So
starting
so
off
I,
early,
I
January 5th?
yeah. Yeah. So well actually I was yeah, we were in Colorado for winter break, and all I could think about was getting this started. So for Christmas break, so as soon as I got back, I was like, man, I'm gonna hit this hard. You know, um because right now for my business, I have 20 employees,
Awesome.
and man, so I don't know, it's just it's a good feeling knowing like all 20 guys I hired, they're making more than they were making at their previous companies. And I kind of just really like that feeling. And that's where I want to head this company is I want to hire guys, and set them on the path to where eventually they can become, business owners for themselves. And I don't know, I was just watching Alan's videos, and he just had a very similar mindset to what I had. And, he seemed like just a guy that I was like, man, this is a guy that I kind of want to follow and learn from, and sign up for a call,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Yeah, cool, cool. So I guess some questions about the expectations is, like how much time do you have maybe to allocate per week to get this up and running?
Yeah, so I typically, man, I work in my businesses maybe 10 hours a week for each job, so 10 or more. I don't know. Depends on what kind of jobs we have going right now. But yeah, I would say I'd have 20 to 30 hours more, depending, obviously to get it started. I'd like every business, you're going to put a lot of time into it. So, um, really, I know that phase and what it takes to get a business started. So I guess I really don't have a cap on
Yeah.
the hours that I need.
Okay. Okay. I'm curious. You said you got the legal stuff completed, right?
Hmm.
Okay. In terms of anything else that you've kind of already invested in the business, what exists? Or like what do you have already?
Yeah, so I mean, really, it's just the LLC was formed. Um, Business bank account. I'm actually after this. I'm going to the bank right now to set that up because I just got the EIN this morning.
So no
I'm gonna
van, no
take
equipment, none of that
no
yet.
van, no equipment. Yeah, I got three that I'm looking at right now between Florida and California. I really like one right now for 25 grand, complete setup. So I might go out and check it out, but he's supposed to send me videos and stuff, so I might just send him a check
Yeah.
and get that shipped. Yeah, I mean,
The
I'm
thing is,
all.
I'd love to have you talk to Alan before like you do because if you have a budget ready to like allocate in different areas,
Mhm,
I'm 100% confident. I mean, Alan's built helped start hundreds of businesses now, so it's like immediately things will pop up as red flags. Um,
mhm,
so in terms of like how do we want to spend on equipment? What do we want to divide being subcontracting versus hiring as we scale up? Um,
mm,
because I mean the last thing we want you to do is like, we have a bunch of people come to us. They're like, yeah, I just got the Sprinter, bunch of equipment. It's like, now what? So we want to always be ahead of schedule in terms of like the chicken and egg of like, having people to fulfill, like having the customers to do something, right? So for there to be business.
yeah,
Um,
no, that actually is kind of. I wish I would have said that. That's kind of why I wanted to, learn from a mentor and partner or someone because man, I think Alan even said it in one of those videos he did with what is that business company? He was on interviewed by a company. I
was it
was watching it
upflip?
the other
Was it
day.
upflip?
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah. He said, what were your biggest mistakes? And it was just like buying all the wrong equipment when he should have bought, the right equipment the first time and wasted money on that. And that I've completely went through that myself. So yeah, that's kind of that, when I said I mentioned the vans that I wanted to purchase, yeah, I I've found some, but obviously I wanted to have this call and or talk to someone first before purchasing to make sure, hey, here's what my plan is to do. Do you guys recommend that, or do you recommend doing something else? Like you said, maybe you subcontract the workout uh, for start, or yeah. So if you guys see I'm right fit, towards the end of this call, then obviously that's something that I would love to do is get as much advice
Yeah,
from you
because
guys before I pulled any triggers.
yeah, we've seen a lot of success in terms of there's two people who come to us to like start these detail businesses. Like they're in a 9 to 5 or like in college or something where they're trying to set something up for themselves. And then you're in this
Mhm.
other category where it's like, yes, I'm already trying to run this business. I have a budget. Now I just need to clearly understand how do I allocate things and set things up correctly the right way to be scalable.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so we have I'm sure you'll get a one-on-one, like an audit onboarding. It's more of an onboarding and market research call. Um, but there, Alan will definitely create a success timeline as we'll base it on the past, timelines that have succeeded. But it's like, what do we have to do tomorrow, week one, month one, two, three, four, five, six, to go in the right direction, without fail. And usually it's first 2 months is for troubleshooting, and then continued there is like just balancing the scale of the chicken and egg, like we were saying. Because
Hmm.
that's the difficulty to go fast. It's like one side leans more than the other. This isn't a sexy business at all. Like we just clean cars. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot of moving parts. So we need to make sure like every moving part is so dialed in. Right. Um,
Cool.
okay, yes. So I mean, I'm definitely confident what we do will can help you get launched really quickly. But let's just I'm gonna show you kind of what we have to offer to for you to see if this is a fit for you and something that you want to actively pursue and
Okay.
commit with us. Because
Gonna learn something from someone the right way, cut that learning curve in half. Why wouldn't you want to do that? You know, that whatever you're paying for, it's usually always worth its value as long as you're following it and you're learning as much as you can. So I mean that's what I tell guys, and I follow the same thing, throughout my career, and that's kind of where I started researching was when I wanted to start this business is I just trying to find the best of the best and
yeah,
see what kind of mentorships they offered. And luckily I found Alan Go Detail. So,
yeah,
happy to get on this call and hopefully be able to partner up.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, I that is an offer that we'd love to extend because it's um having access to Alan, the support team, and like kind of everything I ran through. It is 8K. That used to kind of be our franchise package, but we've kind of condensed it down to 6 months.
Mhm.
So it will be Alan has really high expectations of everyone that joins GDA. So it definitely will be a sprint. Um,
Mhm.
but no profit share, no revenue share. It's just a one-time thing. Um, able to get this up and running.
Cool.
So how does that sound? Does that work with you, man?
Man, that sounds pretty good. I kind of set myself a budget, like what would I pay someone to help me get this going, and that definitely falls within my budget, and yeah, I think that work out pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. So I guess next steps, what it looked like is I will send you an invoice here. Once we get that paid, I'll immediately uh, book a time with you to talk with Nico. He's kind of our success manager. So he
Mhm.
often checks in with people mostly every week to see where people are building things out. People are having trouble with who needs to be connected with Alan for more one-on-ones. Um, just to have that accountability system there. But he'll also give you access to everything. And then after that, it'll be a time to book with Alan, where we'll kind of he'll kind of create this success plan extremely clearly, to be able to hit these KPIs as um, as much as possible, like we've really protected our Go Detail name in Portland, but he really cares about everyone that decides to invest and commit with him. As we understand your time is valuable as well, but him offering the same thing, it's like that's that match that has to be there. So
Okay. Cool.
cool. Let me pop this. Let me find this invoice.
So
I
that call.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you got this. What are we gonna say?
So that call with Nico, like that'd be a time where I kind of tell him, hey, here's where I'm at. Here's the options, purchasing vans, and he kind of just helps me and advises me on what to do and what not to do.
No, so I took some notes about definitely about you and where you want to build this business and how this is going to grow. But Nico's more so to give you access to everything and
Okay,
to show you what, like, much more in depth. Because I kind of just flew through
gotcha.
things, but like
Mhm.
taking you through what to focus on, what to start early. But that call with Alan would be the place where it's like, hey, I have this budget. Where should I be
Gotcha,
putting things out, and what can I expect for the next few months? And
gotcha.
so you'll get so hopefully in under 72 hours, you'll be so clear about exactly what steps you're taking to move forward with this. As
Okay, cool.
you know, we this is a pretty strict onboarding process for us, as we have this straight line system where we can't be able to also troubleshoot and also understand things on our end and keep track of growth too. So
Cool.
it's more of a partnership. So okay, I just put the link in the Zoom chat. Do you see that?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. I'll stand by for that and then I'll be here
Okay.
and we can get you booked with Nico after.